Everything is all set up. Ta-da. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one. The little one stopped to play with his water gun, and they all go marching down to the ground to do their work, I guess. That's what ants do. Okay. Okay. And just want to make sure that everybody could hear me. Okay. Oh, welcome, Joey. Could you hear me all right? Okay. Okay. So to everybody who is tuning in, thank you for joining me. It's gonna be a solo stream. Oh, welcome Dexter the Nostalgia Toonster. Okay, we got a couple of people here already, so I guess I'll formally start. Oh, you almost missed the live stream. Oh, it's okay. It's just starting, Dexter. Don't worry. Yes. So, oh, what music I'm playing? Oh, I'm playing a gaming music mix. That's 12 hours long. Okay, so welcome to everybody who's tuned in. It's a solo stream today, and I'm just gonna be doing some drawing in Clip Studio Paint. Sort of an appetizer for pretty much my another live stream that I have planned for this week of this Friday. You can check out the details on it on the community post. So yeah, the music is relaxing to you. That's good. That's really good to hear. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be doing a quick drawing. If any of you have suggestions on what I should draw, I would take one of them. I'll take one of the requests into consideration. And super chat requests are are a high priority. And of course, I'll also be answering your questions as well. Welcome, Moonchild. Glad you're here. So basically, I want to ask, how's everybody doing? If you're all safe out there, if you're feeling well, feeling happy, doing anything, if you've done anything that's gratified you. Okay. Oh, Jimmy Neutron and Kappa Mikey for the win. The Wild House for the love, I guess. Axe. Any JetX character you like? Any JetX character. Well, as far as JetX original series goes, well, I haven't seen a lot. Like, I have. Oh, happy belated birthday, Dexter the Nostalgia Toonster. I hope you had a good one. But yeah, as for any JetX characters that I like, well, that's honestly a hard answer since I rarely watch any cartoons made for JetX. Well, the one that I've seen the most is Kid vs. Cat, which is primarily a white TV original, and it's a show that I have sort of a love-hate relationship with. Okay. Yeah. So, Dexter, since it was your birthday, is there any particular character you'd like me to sketch for you? Yeah, I hope that the walkdown ends soon as well, so that comic book conventions will be open. Oh, welcome, Jacob. Okay. Any favorite Hanna-Barbera TV show I enjoy watching in my spare time? Well, when it comes to me and Hanna-Barbera cartoons, I'm mostly a sucker for their Cartoon Network originals like Dexter's Laboratory and the Powerpuff Girls and Cow and Chicken and the one that started all, the Wild Cartoon Show. But as far as their classics go, like before Turner bought them and before Fred Seibert became president, I wouldn't mind watching some Flintstones or Yogi Bear. And Wally Gator's good too. Oh, you want me to draw Scooby-Doo and Steven Universe together? Okay, I'll try that. I'll do a quick sketch of that for you. Just hang on as I copy and paste some reference images of the two. Okay, so I got one image of Scooby here, and now I'm going to go for Steven. Good image here. I'm getting my reference photo. Yeah. Okay. So let's get some doodling. Just for you, belated birthday boy. probably probably I should sketch Scooby with a cookie cat and Steven with Scooby snacks. You know, sort of a switcheroo of the two characters' respective favorite snacks. Though, truth be told, when it comes to Steven Universe, I'm not that much of an expert on it. But I do know like the basics of the war. Oops, wrong tool. If I'm planning on doing a Q&A video soon, yeah, very soon, probably next week. And welcome, Nick Cheesy, glad you're here. Okay. Ah, need to switch back to the pen. Oi. Okay. 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 Yeah, I'm glad you like the idea, Dexter. And I'm glad that you requested a Scooby-Doo, Dexter, because I just want to briefly talk about how there's gonna be a new Scooby-Doo direct-to-video movie, and it's the most excited that I've been for one of those movies, primarily because of who's directing it. So Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo is the name of it, and it's gonna be directed by none other than Adam Burton, aka Maxwell Adams, the creator of oh, hang on. Oh, thanks for the super chat, Moonchild. Yeah, I could draw Mickey for you. Yeah. Oh, you said, could you let everyone know that you'll be doing a Q&A as a reminder? Yes, I will. Okay, next Wednesday. Next Wednesday I'll have my Q&A. But yeah, going back to Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo, it's gonna be directed by Maxwell Adams of Billy and Mandy and Evil Con Carne fame. And it's just, and by looking at the trailer, it is similar to the Billy and Mandy Halloween episode, Jacked Up Halloween. That's why I would kind of jokingly refer to it as Scooby-Doo's Jacked Up Halloween because of the evil mutant pumpkins that comes to life. Hey, you know, before the news was announced, I was saying to myself that it's about time Maxwell Adams made his directorial debut, following the footsteps of his Cartoon Network colleagues like Genndy Tartakovsky and David Weiss. Well, I'm glad that my wish was granted. And I hope that Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo would live up to the hype. Oh, you barely remember Evil Con Carne, but you only watch Billy and Mandy. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I know. But if you have the chance to, you should check out some Evil Con Carne. In my opinion, it's just as funny. Oh, you also mentioned that you want to catch up with some Steven Universe episodes. That's cool. And if you don't mind, probably probably give me some recommendations of good Steven Universe episodes I should check out to possibly really get into the show. Well, the last time we've heard from Maxwell Adams was when he created Evil Concarnate and Billy and Mandy. Well, he did work on some other stuff after those shows were canceled. He was a writer and a storyboard artist on the Disney Channel show Fish Hooks, and since 2015, I believe, he's been at Warner Brothers Animation, where he was the writer and executive producer for Bunnicula. He also did an episode of Teen Titans Go as a director, and now he's doing this Scooby-Doo movie. Oh, and also he was doing a Kickstarter-funded web series with puppets called Dead Meat, but unfortunately he canceled it. I forgot the exact reasons why, but I don't know, something to do with the Screen Actors Guild and paying royalties or something like that. But yeah, he has been working on refunding the backers money. He's been working on it since 2013, but it was just this year, around the time of his birthday no less, that he ultimately decided to cancel it. Well, I hope that comes he comes up with a great original creation soon. Oh, you say when your mom and you were at GalaxyCon 3 months ago, you asked Great Noel Griffin about Billy and Mandy and Scooby-Doo crossing over. Oh yeah, I did hear you. I did watch that Billy and Mandy reunion panel, and I did heard your voice, Dexter. And I was watching Animat on Animat's Crazy Cartoon Cast, talking about how cool it would be if Billy and Mandy were to make a cameo in this new Scooby movie that Maxwell's directing. Since, wait, hold on, let me just move the reference images a bit. No, probably I'll just mute the Scooby one since I'm pretty much done with him. But yeah, since, oh, crap, I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, it would be cool if Billy and Mandy were to make a cameo in the Scooby-Doo movie, since Scooby and the gang have made cameos at least twice on the show, like in Reap Walkin' and Keeper of the Reaper was the funniest one. Oh, you really did know that Maxwell Adams worked on other TV shows and movies. Good for him. Yeah, I know. His career, he's been in the animation business for pretty much 25 years. The first thing he worked on after graduating from college and doing that Billy and Mandy student film, he worked at Film Roman as an intern on The Twisted Tales of Felix the Cat and King of the Hill as well, and afterwards he went to Hanna-Barbera as a storyboard artist on Cow and Chicken and I Am Weasel. And from there he created his two shows as well. Okay. How are you liking this so far, Dexter? Okay. Where is that lasso tool? I'll probably just use the rectangle. Oh wait, I just realized that I'm drawn on the wrong layer. Okay. Cut. Oh. Oh well, I guess I could just pretty much erase the Stephen reference image like this when I'm done sketching him. And Dexter says, Animat from Animation Look Back mentioned something about Billy and Mandy making a cameo appearance in Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo. Well, it wasn't Animation Look Back, it was his podcast, Crazy Cartoon Cast. And yeah, he did mention that. And yeah, I agree, Maxwell, he does seem to be pretty proud of his career. Okay. 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 And I'm glad that you're liking the image so far, Dexter. I'll be sure to post it in the community when I'm done. Okay. And afterwards, I'll get to the super chat request. Yeah, I'm drawing the stacks from memory in contrast to Scooby and Steven themselves. Thank you, Jasmine, for saying that it's looking good. This gets its it's looking pretty good. Yeah. Like what some of you in the chat are saying. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty much done with the sketch here. Let me know what you think, Dexter. Oh, you say you wish Maxwell Adams was at the Billy and Mandy Q&A. Yeah, I think that'll be cool as well. But but uh, but uh, but the part where Gray the Wild Griffin calls Maxwell through the phone and he talks about how Fred Burger overdosed on nachos. That was pretty hilarious. Well, personally, I think there should be an Evil Concarne reunion soon, since the show is technically gonna be 20 years old next year. Oh, I'm glad you love it, Dexter. And I was wondering if I should draw Mickey on the same page, or if I should do a separate illustration. Because I was thinking of posting a whole just one page of the Doodle requests, and I think from there I'll kind of wrap it up. After I draw Mickey, I'll share this Doodle page. Oh, and a Core Horse mentions about what happened to Animator 320. Oh yeah, yeah. Of course, this is not the right time and place to go into details, but basically I just hope that Matthew really changes himself for the better, and he keeps it into his mind that doing those type of things, doing those type of animations, those inappropriate stuff just isn't good, and it would result into a backlash. And I hope that his therapy will do him some good. Okay, so I'm gonna be drawing Mickey, but just to be sure from Moonchild, should I draw Mickey in his retro style from the 30s or his current style with, you know, the white eyeballs and all? In the meantime, I'm gonna be just Google Mickey to get a result. Uh, until I get an answer from you, I'll just Google Mickey for reference images. Oh, welcome, Bryson. I'm glad you like the doodle. I can pretty much draw Mickey from memory. He's one of the most iconic examples of a cartoon character with a very, very strong, recognizable silhouette. Like, I remember reading the Nicktoons book, and Craig Bartlett, the creator of Hey Arnold, was talking about how he has to draw characters or design characters with a strong silhouette, so you could be able to recognize them whether they're in the shadows or from a distance. And I read elsewhere that he actually worded that from Matt Groening. And as we all know, it's pretty easy for us to recognize the Simpsons family by their silhouettes. Oh, you're glad that you joined in, Bryson. That's great. Yeah, so I'm just drawing the basics of Mickey's design. I'm still not sure if I should give him a black beady eyes like this, or if I should have him with white eyeballs. It all depends on the person's preference who requested it. Oh yeah, I'm glad you like my decision to have Mickey just nonchalantly join Scooby and Stephen during their snack time. Oh, Mary Mitson mentions Baby Blues. Yes, the most underrated cartoon that isn't as told by Ginger or Evo Carde. Easily my favorite super obscure cartoon. And honestly, the comic strip itself is kind of underrated. It's not talked about in the same levels as Peanuts, Garfield, and Calvin and Hobbes. And the Baby Blues TV series is gonna be turning 20 years old soon. I can't guarantee that I'll do something really special for it, but I might talk about how a writer for OKKO Let's Be Heroes, Toby Jones, he confirmed that that the second season of Baby Blues, the 13 unproduced episodes, they were not produced at all. Like, the creators of the comic strip implied that they were completed, but in actuality, it was they never made it past the pre-production stage, which is kind of a shame. But with these adult cartoons like Clone High and Missing Hill and Beavis and Butthead coming back, those cult classics, I think the Baby Blues anime series should have those 13 unproduced episodes actually be produced. I guess you could call this picture the cartoony trio. Thanks for the suggestion. Oh, he said, this is the funniest and greatest picture you've seen. Seeing a Disney character with two Cartoon Network / Hanna-Barbera characters in one picture. Yeah, thanks for that comment. I'll have Mickey draw. Actually, though, I'll have Mickey eat a cheese, ham, tomato, cheese, tomato, ham, tomato, cheese, ham, tomato, and cheese sandwich. Hopefully, some of you guys would get that reference. If not, it's from Mickey Mouse Works short. Mickey Mouse Works, of course, being the show that predates House of Mouse, which would have the same shorts but with a completely different format. So here's Mickey with his cheese, ham, tomato, etc., sandwich. The voice of Daphne died. Oh, well, sorry, you don't mean Grey the Wild Griffin. I think you mean probably one of the original voice actresses, Heather North. Yeah, she passed away around 2017, I believe. Although I do remember on Twitter, Grey was joking about how somebody thought she was voicing Daphne since 1969, even though she was actually voicing her since in 2000, for 20 years now, since Scooby-Doo and Cyber Chase, which was a decent direct-to-video movie. But I think I kind of prefer Alien Invaders and Zombie Island. Happy you're liking the Doodle Moonchild. I don't like the 2016 Be Cool Scooby-Doo reboot. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it either. Like, I agree with most people that the character designs, even though I'm a sucker for cartoony stuff, it's somehow off-putting for the Scooby-Doo gang. Like, Daphne and Velma don't look too bad, but Scooby, he looks like he was squashed by a giant foot, and Shaggy looks scrawnier than usual, and Fred, I don't know what's going on with his chin. That's the most I could say. Also, I didn't really like the characterization of Daphne in Be Cool. They made her much dumber, and not really in a charming way, but sort of a, oh jeez, kind of way. But to be honest, I only seen a little of Be Cool Scooby-Doo, but probably I'll check it out again sometime. See if my opinion changes. Oh, 2015. You're right. Yeah. Thanks for correcting me and yourself. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed the Doodle Moonchild, and thank you for the super sticker. Yeah. Oh, actually, Dexter was correct about Be Cool Scooby-Doo's date. It did come on, it did came out in 2015. And yeah, that's what everybody says about the character designs. It looks like either Seth MacFarlane So or Brickleberry or Go Animate. And I remember one person, I forgot his name, I think it's Diamond Bolt. He did a video about cartoon reboots. He mentioned about how Be Cool looks like it was designed in Microsoft Paint, which even I thought was, yeah, I know it's kind of off-putting, but it's not that bad. I have to make Mickey's sandwich a little longer. Okay. Oh, at this Thai toy show and more says thank you. Oh, sorry, what? I'm not fully sure what you're thanking me for, but thank you for thanking me. You're welcome. Thank you, Dexter. Thank you for enjoying this. And I'll just okay, I'm pretty much done with it. Let me know if I should draw something more or if I should just wrap up. For sure, I'm gonna be posting my results in the community section. Oh, Dexter says, every fan of Scooby, Steven, and Mickey will be proud of the drawing that I drew. That's nice. Thank you. And Coral Horse says there was a forgotten show called The Eggs, an Australian show because they were scrambled eggs. I never heard of it. I'll probably check it out. Oh, and you said that you saw the trailer for Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo and there were free Easter eggs to Hanna-Barbera. Oh, you know, I did see the trailer, but I don't really remember which Easter eggs. Well, apart from the whole movie kind of being a callback to the new Scooby-Doo movies, or even the current show that's going on, Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, in which they'll have celebrity guests. Like, in this case, it's gonna be Bill Nye the Science Guy and Elvira who will be making appearances. Oh, and Dexter says that I should draw Yogi Bear, Danny Phantom, and Darkwing Duck together. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys want me to do that on the same stream or if I should save it for another time. Because that request does sound good. And Jasmine Green says that I should draw SpongeBob. Well, you know what? I think I should just write down the list of the requests that I get. Not necessarily all of them, but I see that an animator named Joanna Davidovitz does on her drawn request live streams is that she would do a list of the ones that she gets tips for and the ones that she doesn't get tips for. And the request that she doesn't get tips for, she would sometimes refresh it, sort of to refresh it for the next stream, sort of to be fair, or some reason like that. Okay, so I'm going to you're throwing in some good requests here, and thank you for them. Okay, I think I'll draw. Oh, I'll just do one more drawing, and then I'll wrap up, if you guys don't mind. And I'll keep note of your requests for a future live stream like this. Okay. Okay, I'm going to actually surprise you with which requests that I've gotten. I'm actually going to be drawing this request from memory, because I want you guys to guess which one that I've drawn, which requests I choose to doodle. Okay, we got big eyes here. And next for the eyelashes. And now for the cross-eye. Okay, you don't mind at all. So this is gonna be my last drawing then. And I'll do this the next time. And now for the nose. And I think you'll be able to guess who this is now. Yes, I am trying to draw SpongeBob SquarePants. I guess I'll draw Patrick as well. Doing this completely from memory. Like, SpongeBob has a certain amount of holes on each corner of his head, like on the top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. But currently, I don't remember the exact amount for each corner. Okay, I'm gonna draw him with his Krusty Krab hat on. Yes, I'm glad you got it right, Dexter. And Core Horse 10. So, is anybody else slightly disappointed that Spun's on the Run has been delayed for next year? Like, it was supposed to be released in theaters this year, but because of, you know, what's going on with the lockdown, it's been delayed until 2020. So I assumed there's actually some things in post-production that they need to finish, because I would assume that the film would already be ready for its theatrical release date for this year. Like I know Scoob was supposed to come out in theaters in May, but it ended up on digital. So I thought that Spun's on the Run would be completed for a digital release this year, but no, they're delaying it until next year. Okay. Okay, so my off-model, well, maybe not totally off-model, but slightly off-model drawn from memory SpongeBob is looking good so far. Hey SpongeBob, I just remembered something funnier than... No, I'm sorry. Hey Patrick, I just remembered something funnier than 24. Let me hear it. 25! That's one of my all-time favorite one-liners on SpongeBob. And I'm gonna doodle Patrick next, wearing the Krusty Krab hat too, just like in a couple of episodes like Big Pink Loser and No Hat for Pat. Oh yeah, Dexter says, at least Scoob came out in May 15th. We got lucky about that, but not Trolls World Tour and the third SpongeBob movie. Yeah. I don't have much comment on Trolls World Tour. Like, I put the first movie on as background noise, so overall I don't have much of an opinion on the DreamWorks Trolls movie, or the DreamWorks Trolls franchise. But Scoob, I've been hearing some I've heard some mixed, even negative reception. Not only because of the predictability of the writing, but also, of course, it was a controversy since 2018 or 2019 or so. But the voice cast being recasted, you know, just for the sake of, pretty much for the sake of marketing. I mean, it's good that they kept in Frank Welker as Scooby, but why could they have them as Fred as well? What do I use to draw online? Well, what I'm drawing right now, I'm using Clip Studio Paint, which is, it's probably the best drawing software that... Oh, and also the equipment that I'm using is the Gaomon, a Gaomon drawn tablet. I actually did a video on it when I first when I first bought it, last December, and you can see that I was just starting to get a grip on it. But now I feel much more confident. Just like when I used to draw in Fire Alpaca with a mouse. If I watch all of the Nickelodeon shorts on the Nick Animation channel, actually I haven't. I have seen all of them. Some of them are, well, to be honest, there are several. Most of them are kind of on the forgettable side, but I appreciate how the Nick Animated Shorts program is pretty much the modern day equivalent to programs like Oh Yeah Cartoons and the What a Cartoon Show. Like that's the way we got The Wild House as a series, and I believe Breadwinners as well. Say whatever you want about that show, but honestly I don't think Breadwinners was that bad. And I know there's one pilot that from that program that many people would like to see be made into a show is what's it called? Planet Panic, and I'd like to see more of it as well. From what I can remember, it sort of reminded me of the marvelous misadventures of Flapjack in terms of how it was about a grumpy blue guy and a very hyperactive widow kid. Yeah, and at the video on Scoop 2 months ago. Yeah, I saw it. He too was wondering why Frank Welker voiced Scooby and not Fred. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not like he's physically unable to do it, like how Mel Blanc for Who Framed Roger Rabbit was unable to do Yosemite Sam's voice. Because, well, then again, that's probably because Mel was very old at that time, and Sam, as you know, he almost never speaks with an indoor voice. So they got Joe Awaski to do Sam's voice in Roger Rabbit. And even the other current official Scooby actors like Trey DeLisle Griffin and Matthew Willard are pretty much boycotting Scoob because they weren't asked to reprise their famous roles. Well, of course, I'm among the many people who agrees that Trey DeLisle is a much better Daphne than Amanda Seyfried, I think that's her name. Oh, and of course, the actual original voice actress for Daphne, Heather North, who voiced her for most of the 70s and so forth. Well, Frank Welker is also old. Yeah, he is, I don't know exactly how old he is, but he still has his voice acting chops. Okay, so how you guys liking this so far? Probably add a jellyfish in there too. Thank you, Jasmine. And speaking of Frank Welker, I actually watched a video the other night where he was talking about how he was able to do that deep, growly, sort of demonic sounding voice that he uses for characters like Megatron from Transformers, Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget, and my longtime childhood fear, the Cave of Wonders from Aladdin. Like, it was amazing to see him go sort of in depth. Well, he went in depth of how he did that specific voice that he used for several characters, because I myself was questioning how he was able to do it. Like, even when I do an impression of Dr. Claw or the Cave of Wonders, it's kind of hard on my throat. But yeah, Frank Welker is really gifted. He's 74 years old. Cool, thanks for telling me that. 74 and still going strong with those voice acting chops. Oh, you also say you didn't mention Scoop to grade the Wild Griffin. I guess I didn't want to make a big deal over it. Yeah, and I know what I said earlier. She was particularly disappointed by how she wasn't called on to play Daphne, who she's been playing again for 20 years. And she's the Daphne that a lot of people, including myself, and I believe you as well, grew up with. Oh, you say that since you met Gray and Frank at GalaxyCon, you might meet Scott Ines, Mindy Cohen, Matthew Willard, and Kate Macuzzi someday at Comic Book Convention. That's cool. Like, Mindy Cohen is the Velma voice that I grew up with, thanks to What to Do Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, even though I have at best mixed feelings about how Velma's character was in Mystery Incorporated, what with her snarky, cynical personality and the ridiculous love triangle between her, Shaggy, and Scooby. And Matthew Willard does a good job as Shaggy too, since Mystery Inc. He first played him in the live-action movies, which was his performance as him was one of the better things about it. So it's cool that they made him be the official voice of that character now. Yes, in one more year and Frank Welker would be 3/4 of 100 years old. Yes, that'll be a great a great celebration. Look at how crazy I drew the stingers on this jellyfish. It looks like a bunch of thick spaghetti noodles. Oh, if I ever played Zombians on a CD-ROM game, actually no, I haven't. And Dexter says, try drawing Steven Universe with Yogi. Okay, that sounds like a good idea, but this is actually gonna be my last drawing for the stream. But I could take that idea into consideration. Make sure there aren't any details I'm forgetting. Oh, the stripes on SpongeBob's socks. Any favorite moments from Scoob? I actually haven't seen the full movie yet, but from the clips I've seen on social media and all, I guess I'll say my favorite moment is I'll say oh, I know. The the scene that recreates the classic Scooby-Doo "Where Are You" intro. That was really good to see a majority of those classic scenes recreated in modern CGI. It was really intriguing. Okay, so we're gonna be wrapping up now, but once again, I want to thank you all for joining me for this great live stream here. I'm gonna be posting both of my drawings onto the community posts and on my social media. I actually want to know, should I, in the community section, should I post each of them individually, or if I should do a collage of the two? You plan to buy Scoop on DVD? Well, I'm not sure if I would, but if you'd like to Coral Horse 10, then that's cool. You're welcome, Dexter, for the picture. Particularly this one, sort of a belated birthday gift for you. And of course, Mickey was requested by Moonchild, who gave a super chat. Once again, thank you. Oh, go with the first one you said. Okay, so I'll post the first sketch on the community section then. Okay, thanks for the suggestion, Dexter. And yes, look forward to my Q&A video next Wednesday. But also look forward to another live stream I have scheduled for this Friday. My special guest would be a girl named Ronyel, who's a vlogger who loves animation and runs 2 channels called Rabbit Ears Blog and Animation Bliss. We're going to be talking about obscure and underrated cartoons, as well as cartoons that we binge watched during lockdown. And hope you guys would tune in for that, as well as my live stream. My Q&A, I mean, next Wednesday. Yes, you're welcome, Moonchild. Okay, guys. So, thank you once again for the great time that was well spent. Make sure you stay safe out there, and take care, everybody.